Oh, hello there. Look at that, isn't it glorious? Those stunning red rooftops nestled amongst the lush greenery. It looks like a fairy tale, doesn't it? Well, that's Lithuania for you. Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of Lithuania. This little gem tucked away in the Baltics is bursting with history, culture, and more than a few surprises. Stick around to discover some surprising facts about this incredible country. You might just find your next holiday destination. Now, you might think of Europe as the cradle of Christianity, right? And you wouldn't be wrong, darling, but did you know that Lithuania was the last European country to adopt the faith? Oh, the Lithuanians, they were a stubborn bunch. For centuries, they clung to their pagan beliefs, worshipping nature and their ancient gods. They looked at those crucifix-waving missionaries with a skeptical eye and said, "Thanks, but no thanks. We're good with our oak trees and thunder gods." Can you imagine the uproar? All those kings and queens in their fancy castles whispering, "Have you heard about the Lithuanians still worshipping trees?" It's almost scandalous, isn't it? But finally, in 1387, Lithuania decided to join the party. Perhaps they fancied a change of pace or got tired of being the odd one out. Whatever the reason, their pagan legacy still whispers through the country's folklore and traditions. It's a fascinating blend of old and new, a testament to Lithuania's unique journey through history. Speaking of history, Lithuania wasn't always the petite nation we know today. Oh no, my dears, this little country once boasted an empire that would make even Genghis Khan raise an eyebrow. We're talking about the Grand Duchy of Lithuania, a behemoth that sprawled from the Baltic Sea all the way to the Black Sea at its peak. That's bigger than modern-day France, Germany, and a few others thrown in for good measure. It was a melting pot of cultures and languages, a powerful force that dominated Eastern Europe for centuries. Imagine the stories those castle walls could tell. The Grand Duchy eventually merged with Poland, forming a mighty commonwealth that championed religious tolerance and democratic ideals. It was a golden age, a time of prosperity and cultural exchange. Sadly, like all empires, it eventually crumbled. But the legacy of Lithuania's grand past lives on in the country's proud spirit and its fascinating history. Now let's zoom back to the 21st century, shall we? While Lithuania cherishes its history, it also has its eyes firmly set on the future. And nothing screams future quite like lightning-fast internet speeds. That's right, my friends. Lithuania is a tech whiz kid. We're talking top of the class, leaving the rest of the world trailing in its digital dust. Downloading a movie in a blink of an eye? Here, it's not a dream, it's a reality. Imagine the possibilities. You could upload your holiday snaps to Instagram before your tan lines even fade. Stream the latest episode of your favorite show while floating down the nearest river on a hot air balloon. Oh yes, we'll get to those hot air balloons in a bit. So how did this small nation become an internet superpower? Well, it's a combination of clever government policies, a thriving tech scene, and perhaps a sprinkling of Baltic magic. Whatever the recipe, it's working. Chapter 4. Speaking of hot air balloons, did you know that Lithuania is something of a hot air ballooning paradise? That's right, darling. In this country, the sky isn't the limit, it's just the beginning. Picture this. You're gently floating above a patchwork of emerald green fields, the sun warming your face, a glass of champagne in hand. Below, medieval castles and church spires rise from the landscape like something out of a fairy tale. It's magical, isn't it? And it's a perfectly normal sight in Lithuania. Especially during the summer months, the skies come alive with a kaleidoscope of colourful balloons drifting peacefully on the breeze. There's even an annual hot air balloon festival in Vilnius, where balloonists from all over the world gather to show off their skills and paint the sky with their magnificent creations. So if you fancy a truly unique experience, hop aboard a hot air balloon in Lithuania. It's a guaranteed recipe for an unforgettable adventure. Chapter 5. From the whimsical heights of hot air balloons, let's journey now to the Hill of Crosses. This isn't your average tourist attraction, it's something more powerful. Imagine a small hill blanketed in crosses. Hundreds of thousands, maybe millions, stretching as far as the eye can see, each one placed with care, a silent testament to faith. The origins are shrouded in Mystery, some say it began after a peasant uprising, others believe it's a pre-Christian holy site. It's a deeply moving experience to visit. The sheer number of crosses is overwhelming, their collective whisper carrying across centuries. It's a place that stays with you long after you've left, a reminder of the power of faith and the enduring human spirit. Chapter 6. Now, enough about crosses and history. Let's talk about something a little livelier, shall we? Something that gets the Lithuanian blood pumping and the crowds roaring. Yes, my friends, we're talking about basketball. Forget football or tennis. In Lithuania, basketball is more than just a game. It's practically a religion. From the moment they can walk, Lithuanian children are practically dribbling a basketball. Grandparents analyze game strategies with the intensity of chess masters, and even the family dog probably knows how to shoot a hoop. And why wouldn't they? Lithuania has a long and storied basketball history, with a trophy cabinet that would make any nation proud. They've consistently punched above their weight on the international stage, producing legendary players like Arvydas Sabonis and Šarūnas Jasikevičius. So, if you ever find yourself in Lithuania during basketball season, be sure to catch a game. The atmosphere is electric, the passion is contagious, and you might just witness history being made. Now, let's delve into something truly fascinating, shall we? Let's talk about the Lithuanian language. Now, I know what you're thinking. Graham, darling, languages are hardly the most riveting of topics. But trust me on this one. The Lithuanian language is something special. It's one of the oldest living languages in the world. A linguistic time capsule that has remained remarkably unchanged for centuries. Imagine, while other languages were evolving and morphing, Lithuanian was holding on to its ancient roots, preserving the sounds and grammar of a time long gone. It's like stumbling upon a linguistic Rosetta Stone, a direct link to the languages spoken by our Indo-European ancestors. Linguists get positively giddy over Lithuanian, you know. They flock here from all corners of the globe, eager to unravel its secrets and trace the evolution of language itself. So, the next time you hear Lithuanian being spoken, don't just dismiss it as gibberish. Listen closely. You might just be hearing echoes of the language spoken by the ancients. Lithuania is home to a country within a country, a republic within a city. Tucked away in Vilnius, you'll find the Republic of Užupis. This bohemian enclave is a haven for artists and dreamers. Think cobblestone streets, quirky cafes, and whimsical sculptures. Užupis even has its own constitution, proclaiming the right to be happy and unique. So, if you crave the extraordinary, take a stroll into Užupis. Now, most countries, darling, they like to keep things simple when it comes to Independence Days. One date, a bit of flag waving, maybe a fireworks display, and they're done. Not Lithuania. Oh no, this country likes to do things with a bit of flair, a little extra pizzazz. So what do they have? 2 Independence Days. Yes, you heard that right, 2. First up, we have February 16th, commemorating the Declaration of Independence from Russia in 1918. A joyous occasion full of parades, speeches, and a palpable sense of national pride. But wait, there's more. On March 11th, Lithuania celebrates its independence from the Soviet Union in 1990. This one's a bit more poignant, a reminder of the struggle and sacrifices made to break free from Soviet rule. So, how did this happen? Why 2 dates? Well, it's a bit of a long story involving shifting borders, political turmoil, and a whole lot of historical baggage. But the important thing is, Lithuania emerged triumphant twice. Speaking of breaking free from the Soviet Union, Lithuania's fight for independence wasn't your typical revolution. There were no tanks in the streets, no violent uprisings. Instead, Lithuania chose a different weapon, the power of song. Yes, my friends, you heard that right. Lithuania sang its way to freedom. It's a truly remarkable story, one that deserves to be shared and celebrated. Imagine this, hundreds of thousands of Lithuanians from all walks of life gathering peacefully, their voices united in song. They sang traditional folk songs, patriotic anthems, and even band songs, their voices echoing defiance against the Soviet regime. These mass singing events, known as the Singing Revolution, became a powerful symbol of Lithuanian resistance. They showed the world that Lithuania's spirit would not be broken, that their desire for freedom burned brighter than ever. The Singing Revolution played a pivotal role in the peaceful collapse of the Soviet Union. It showed that even in the face of oppression, the human spirit could triumph through unity, courage, and the power of song. Well, there you have it. 10 surprising facts about Lithuania that prove this little Baltic nation is anything but ordinary. From its ancient language and hot air balloon obsession to its double independence days and singing revolution, Lithuania is a country that never ceases to amaze. Have you ever been to Lithuania? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content. Until next time, keep exploring.